Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Nice to see you guys here. I'm the first time to Moscow. Thanks for the festival you invited me. I want to tell a story about jazz in China because I think you guys have no idea about what's happened to jazz in China. So, okay, let's go. So, the jazz was in China as already 1920s. It's already. So, the 1919, the jazz come to Shanghai. The first city is Shanghai. So at that time, in 1920s, so we have American musician and the Russian musician, actually, and also has Philippine musicians, and make the first Chinese pop music. Before that, in China, all the pop music was popular, but that's opera. So that is really mixed jazz with traditional opera together to make the first Chinese pop song. So, okay, so until the 1930s, at that time, all the Japanese guys, by the boats, they come to Shanghai for learn how to recording and listen to jazz. At that time, Shanghai is a Far East jazz center. This is the big band times. The first Chinese jazz big band, all the Chinese people. So 1980s, first Chinese jazz band is in Shanghai. We call it Peace Hotel or Older Guys Band. This band is only performers for who is a foreigner. So visit in China, it's just for them to have time to dance during the weekend. Yeah. And in 1986, at that time, the rock and roll started happening in Beijing. At that time, we have a lot of underground places like this picture. As this is a Pierre Cardin, the famous French fashion brands, the guys opened the restaurant in Beijing. So at that time, if you want to go to that restaurant, you need a passport. You need a really special things, otherwise you cannot get in. It's only foreigner can get in. So, and also you have some connection with them. So at that time, the first real the Chinese rock and roll band inside, and right now he is a Chinese rock and roll godfather. And this is saxophone player. You see in the picture, and rather the saxophone player. He is also the new China jazz godfather. Yeah, I play bass for him also. Yeah, so he's a finder, he's a starter, he's a beginner. At that time, no real people, no one played real jazz. He is a one. He's a number one. Yeah. So, okay, so, and also during the 1995, and in Shanghai, we started to have a lot of jazz clubs. But that jazz, except the first one, CD Cafe, that one's in Beijing, that one's real jazz clubs. All the other, the House of Jazz in Shanghai's one is mostly just service for the foreigner and who is living in Shanghai. Just if you need some entertainment, you go there. But the City Cafe is a real place for all the musicians go there. Because during the 1990s, as Beijing's music scene is the number one in China, as all the rock and roll guys and pop guys who is all living in Beijing. For me too, I'm born in Beijing, I'm Beijingese, so yeah. Okay. So at that time, you see the picture. The first one is saxophone player, and all this. Now, three of us, we all students, all band members for him. He teaching us how to play jazz. At that time, we got no books, we got no videos, we only got a cassette and some like CDs. We can't listen. Nobody can teaching us nothing. Only the people who is maybe part-time play the jazz music, who is working in the foreigners company. So the Liu Yuan and the first guys, he knows a little bit. He knows a little bit. So we start to play real book. We learn everything by ear. So then we got some 2003. I opened my jazz club because all the jazz clubs except Beijing ones is all like just one band play for 3 months. Musicians from around the world. It's like a hotel gig. Some bars they have the foreigners band play right there. Like 15 years, never changed. The only play take 5 fly me to them, all these things. It's not a jazz club. A jazz club, which means it's a jazz concert hall has a bar inside. It's not a bar, has jazz band. So you see, this is our club right now. So we have Brian Blade, John Petitucci, and all they play, all in my club. Yeah, this is a festival. I started a festival from 2005. So at that time, our motto is also just one park, have 5 stages. Every day is 20,000 people right there. It's all 2006. We started our school because in China at that time no any conservatory, music conservatory has a department teaching people how to play jazz. So we learned how to play swing. We used like 10 years because nobody can teach it. So sometimes I ask the foreigners, the musician, I ask Christian McBride how to play swing. He give me one list, 10 albums. You listen to that. I said, what? So after that, we have a lot of musicians go to study in Berkeley or whatever. So when we come back, we think, okay, let's open the school teaching the young people. Yeah, don't waste the time. So okay, that's 2006. It's the first jazz academy in China. Yeah, so this is our company. So we start from 2003. And we do the festivals, we do the labels, we do school, media. Yeah, this all. What do we do? So we're different with the other peoples. Yeah, a little bit too early in China, maybe. JZ is a brand for China, Chinese brand, because in China we have a Blue Note, we have Lincoln Center. But all of that, it's American brand. So I think jazz is not belong to American, jazz belong to everybody, belong to the world, right? So for local, be a localized, that's really important. So for China, so we should have Chinese brand. Okay, so we have two festivals. One is in the autumn, so one is in the spring. Spring is one we call JZ Spring, autumn is one we call JZ Festival. Okay, yeah, so we have records, we release a lot. So last year we got one album that is nominated by a Grammy. That is the whole system, so we have radios, media, we have a competition. Yeah, we even have the foundation, yeah. Okay, for China right now, it's really something different because right now we got a lot of young people. Because maybe jazz for here, for Western world, yeah, jazz is old music because all the granny and grandpa listen to. But in China, no granny, grandpa listen to that music except Shanghai. So young people, when they're born, they listen to. So if we think who is born in 1998, whatever, right now it says they're almost already 30. Right? So when they first born, they listen to the rock, EDM, or hip hop. After they listen to those kind of music, they start to want something different. So they start to listen to jazz. So if you come to the club, you can see this is a picture from the club. So we got a lot of young people. Yeah, for the festival also. So we got like 70% people is young people, the age under than 35. Yeah, and also right now we have a lot of musicians getting international awards. So Abu, he's winning the Montreux Jazz Solo Pianos competition, and also we have, the Chinese Jazz Album Grammy nominated. So this year's after COVID, we changed the model of the festival. So before we have one park, 5 stages. Right now we changed it to around the whole city. So Shanghai has one river. So during the springtime we do the east side. During the autumn we do the west side. So the outdoor is all free. Indoor you need to buy a ticket. So for the autumn festivals, we have like 1.23 million people watching the shows because Shanghai is a big city. Because the music right now has 2 commercials. Every show is just only for sell tickets. You've got no experience. Yeah, so I mean, AI is where it comes. So for us, it's one really important thing, just push and promote for the live music things. The jazz in China's market is growing, and the Chinese jazz in China is growing. So yeah, that's it. So I think the jazz in China has a big future, and we want the music can bring more peace and love and link all of us together. Thanks.
Рен Юджин, дорогие друзья.